Hey Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 4th through the 10th. Happy birthday. We're going to see what's happening in the weekend with this lovely deck here. And then we are going to pull a spirit message for you guys from this deck here. So without further ado, my darling Taurus friends, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we're going to jump right on in here and see what's coming up for you guys in the week ahead. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 4th through the 10th. What is going on for Taurus? This is a beautiful limited edition deck from an independent artist. If you do like it, I am going to be giving it away in the month of May. So stay tuned for the end and I will tell you about that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is a general message for the week ahead, focusing on everything in your life around career, around finances, around family life. So you have the Wheel card coming up as kind of the base energy here for you guys for the week. So if you know anything about tarot, major arcana cards are very significant because they're telling us that there's something happening in terms of a significant crossroads, something that's happening to kind of help you learn something you came here to learn, help you to accomplish something you came here to accomplish. In my experience, usually when the major arcana cards come up, there's some kind of divine intervention going on in your life. And this is an energy that's going to last with you for a while. So whatever's happening in this week, it's going to be kind of an ongoing theme for you for a while. And the Wheel is a good one because the Wheel is about movement. So Taurus, if you've been feeling stuck, you're going to definitely be feeling things speeding up, things moving forward. There is a retrograde happening in May. So the fact that you guys have the Wheel coming up makes me feel like one of the positive experiences of this retrograde for a lot of you Taurus is going to be that things are happening very quickly, or you may have a lot of fire, a lot of like passion in your energy. And I don't just mean around love life. I mean things that you're excited about, feeling driven, you know, making things happen. The Wheel is about movement and moving forward. If you are a self-employed Taurus, or if you are a Taurus that you're doing something with trying to launch some kind of business, you may be coming into a period of time where you're going to make really good money. Okay, things might speed up, things might get unstuck, and you might have clients coming in. You might have money coming in. But again, the message with the Wheel is that everything is a cycle. So even though you're coming into a slow cycle, when the retrograde is over, things might potentially slow down again. But if you're being smart with the money that's coming in, if you're not going all crazy and blowing through it, then you're going to be okay during the slow period because you're going to have enough of like a little cushion. So I feel overall, Taurus, or maybe some of you are getting that stimulus check or something is happening financially for you that's going to be good in May. I feel it's setting you up to where you're not going to have so much roller coaster energy in your financial life, in your money, in your financial situation. You might be a Taurus that you've had a lot of like feast or famine, like it's either really great or really terrible, and so there's going to be an evening out, there's going to be a calming down, there's going to be a smoothing out if you are allowing yourself to follow that guidance and to have more of a even energy, right? So in that way, you're not, living the high life or really, really struggling, so that you have a nice balance, a nice flow. Your next card here, my dears, is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a card about making decisions and choices. It's also very fast-moving energy. So this is a confirmation for us, Taurus, that this week might be going very fast for you guys. Some of you may be presented with an opportunity, but you're not going to have a lot of time to make your decision. It's like you're on it, or they're going to keep going. So some of you might be offered a job situation, but it may be a situation that they're not giving you a chance to like put in a notice or something like that, and you're having to decide what you want to do, or you're wanting to negotiate with them and say, okay, well, I might be interested, but I want to talk about the schedule, or I want to negotiate the pay. They might not be up for negotiation. Like, this is it, take it or leave it. This is how it's going to be. With the Knight of Wands, Taurus, it's very interesting. I don't normally get this feeling, but you guys that watch my videos, you know that I read intuitively. And this is really jumping out at me, this little vest here, and then this dragon. And the dragon looks like it's challenging, or like ready to fight, or ready for battle. So I do feel, Taurus, that you do have some successes coming your way this week, and you have opportunities coming your way this week. But there's going to be people that aren't going to be super happy for you, and there's going to be people who maybe are kind of like challenging you in some way. Now, this is a very, very deep spiritual topic, and I don't want to get too deep into it because it's kind of controversial. But I feel some of you are dealing with a person who may have a lot of reptilian energy. So reptilian is, if we go into the whole kind of DNA, like spiritual DNA, spiritual makeup, where our soul originates from. Some people believe that we have alien DNA, or that there are people with alien DNA that are among us. And so reptilian would kind of fall along those lines. But basically, whether or not you believe that, that might be way too far-fetched for some of you. When I use the word reptilian energy, I mean some of you might be dealing with someone who's challenging you or opposing you that is very, very, like, they just want to conquer everything. They want to own everything. They're very, like, they don't care about how you feel or how other people feel. They will stop at nothing to get what they want, right? Some people in a religious sense might refer to this as the Jezebel spirit, okay? Now, the fact that you have the World card coming up before this makes me feel, for a lot of you, this person's been a thorn in your side for a while. I don't think it's anything new. I think it's someone that you're aware of. I think when I began talking about this person, a lot of you immediately had somebody that popped up in your head. But because the Wheel card is coming up and they're showing up as a knight here, I feel that this week there's some shifts and things that are happening that you're able to disconnect from them, or you're kind of able to move away from that situation. This person may be giving you an ultimatum, thinking that you're going to get scared of upsetting them, and you're going to do what they want you to do. But when you don't do what they want you to do, and they've already given you the ultimatum, some of you might have this person actually removing themselves from your life. And you're like, oh, thank God, right? Like, oh, like, because maybe you've been trying to shake this person for a while. So there could be a family dispute with finances, like they're wanting you to give more money, or they see that things are moving ahead or moving forward for you. They may give you some kind of ultimatum. I just feel this is someone that for a long time hasn't been wanting to let you guys go. So it could be a job you've been wanting to leave that keeps calling you back in. It could be like I said, a family situation. It could be a relationship for some of you, but you guys know I try to keep love and romance separate, and that's why I do the love videos once a month, and they're linked in the description. But I really feel a lot of you are finally able to put an end to some kind of competition or some kind of adversary with a person who's very cold. Like, this person's very cold, and this person's very greedy and very selfish, and you're finally kind of breaking out of that energy. Your next card here is Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is actually a good thing. Now that you have this freedom, now that this door is opening up, or you're accepting a new opportunity, and those of you where you are accepting a new opportunity, I do feel like this is going to be something that's paying you a lot more, or allowing you to have more time. Maybe you're coming out of a job where you worked nonstop and you never had time for yourself, and you're kind of beside yourself, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with this extra income? What am I gonna do with this extra time? There's so many choices, there's so many options. I'm, really scared that I'm gonna pick the wrong thing. Some of you are like, feeling stressed in this way. It's a good problem to have, right? But when Seven of Cups comes up, it's asking us to stop procrastinating and to do the research. Take some time and daydream your life, having made these different choices. Which ones make you the happiest? Once you have that narrowed down, start researching. Okay, what do I have to do to make that happen? Do I have to go back to school? Do I have to get some kind of license? How long is it going to take? How much is it going to cost me? Do I have to travel? Whatever it might be. Once you do that and you get an idea of what your action steps are going to be, you're going to have a very, very clear idea of which one of these cups are your short-term goals, the things that you can start doing right now. You're going to have a really good idea of which one of these cups are going to be more of your, down the road, like long-term kind of goals. And that way you don't feel overwhelmed anymore. You don't feel stuck anymore. And that, again, goes with the whole theme of the wheel, moving forward, getting unstuck. So I really feel a lot of you are figuring out a way to move a certain dream forward. And you are having people or situations remove themselves from your life that maybe have been blocking you in some way. Like you've been trying to break out and they keep pulling you back in, but there's a release coming in for you, and you're going to be able to get focused here on how you want to move forward. I do feel for some of you, you're being called. You're being called to a certain place in another country, somewhere far away from you. That feels like you're feeling just a sense of like your spirit or your soul is longing to be there. So I feel this is one of the things some of you are planning. You're planning some kind of trip. And it might not be a trip that you're going to be able to do anytime soon. This might be one of your, long-term kind of cups or goals. But I feel it's going to be a process that's going to be very healing for you. And I do feel that some of you, once you do take this trip or go to this place, it's like you're having this past life awakening, like you're remembering something from a past life. You're releasing something. You're letting something go. You're feeling forever changed by this trip. So I feel something might be happening this week that you're beginning to take steps towards making this happen. You might not be traveling this week, and I'm going to be honest with you. You might not be traveling anytime soon. But you might be preparing, you might be doing the research, you might be starting to put money aside. You might be learning about the area, you might be listening to music from a different culture or different country. Even if you don't speak the language, just because something about it is really calling you. So I do feel some of you are on the border of having a really significant like past life awakening or reactivation of some kind that's going to really help you kind of release and heal and take back your power in this lifetime. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next card here. And we have the Star. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius simply because this card is associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. However, if you have Aquarius in your chart, it could be an aspect of you. The Star in general, another major arcana card, it's going to be energy that's going to be following you for a while. This is very positive energy to be following you for a while. The Star is a card that comes up to let us know the worst of things are behind us. We can expect for things to get better now. And one thing I've noticed about the Star card in my readings, it tends to come up for someone where you just like, you haven't been able to catch a break. Like whatever you've done to fix your life or whatever you've done to try to make things better, it's felt like you're building sandcastles at high tide. Like no sooner do you have something put together than a wave is coming in and just smashing it and, you know, flattening it and washing it away. And so you're like, okay, well, let me move a little bit further from the water, and you start again, but a bigger wave comes. And so you might be coming out of a cycle or a pattern where you've been like, I keep starting over and it keeps falling apart. The Star card says this isn't going to happen anymore. What's been meant to be removed has been removed. You know, you're rising into your power, you're listening to your inspiration, you're following your guidance, you're being directed, and you're stepping into allowing your light to shine. And so as a result, what you have happening is that you're going to be able to create a lot of really wonderful things in your life. You're going to be able to create a lot of long-lasting things in your life that are very meaningful for you. And you don't have to worry about everything getting washed away. The plans that you're going to be making at this time, they're going to be long-term plans. They're going to be plans that are going to take root, and they're going to, some of the things that you're creating or putting out there are going to be things that are going to be outliving you. You may be inventing something that's going to be very successful, or you may be starting a business that you're going to end up, you know, passing down. Somebody may inherit it, and it may go long after, you know, you've left this planet after having a long, full life. So very long-term plans, abundance, joy, happiness, creativity, really beautiful energy. Taurus, I feel a lot of you have been feeling this longing or having this dream of being a philanthropist. And that's kind of a big word. A philanthropist is going to be someone who's come into money. Either they've been successful in business or they've come into money in some way, and they like to pay it forward. They like to do things for the community. They like to do things to help different organizations. They're very generous with their wealth, and they try to bring about healing and positive change for others. And some of you have had this desire or this dream that maybe you haven't told anybody. You've kind of kept it a secret, right? Because you're like, people are going to think I'm weird, or they're going to be like, oh, Taurus has such an ego. But the reason why you had that dream is this is why you're here. This is what you're here to do. And so I feel, Taurus, things are going to be happening this week where a lot of you were like, whoa, maybe this is actually going to happen. Maybe this isn't so far-fetched. Like you might begin seeing this fall into place. And a lot of people who are on their spiritual journey, they have a very hard time asking for money or trying to manifest money because they feel it's contradictory. But my dear, we live in a world where money is needed. We need it, right? To pay bills, to buy food. Most of us don't live in a barter society. And there's a lot of good that we can do with money. Money is not necessarily evil, right? So why wouldn't universe want you to be blessed with money? Why wouldn't universe want you to have this abundance, knowing very well that you have a desire and you have a plan to use it in a way where you're going to bring about help and healing to others? You know, that's all the more reason for your desire, for this success to be blessed and for you to receive assistance. We're going to go ahead and pull your spirit message for the week. And again, guys, I encourage you to watch your moon sign and rising sign video. Some weeks are going to resonate with you more than others. Okay, you may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video, you can absolutely schedule a private reading with me there. So here we have Union, okay? Union is a card about as above, so below. You know, you're connecting with the higher self. You're remembering who you are. You're remembering why you're here. You're coming into wholeness. You're coming into completeness. And as a result, many of you are manifesting or calling in a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Now, I try to avoid love and romance in the weekly forecast because I want to do those videos separate. But that's one of the aspects of this card, and I have to address it because it's kind of engraved in this card. But I think for the majority of you, you're just kind of more focused on your life and your independence, and you're not looking for that. So whoever this is that you're calling in, it's just a little like a little side bonus. It's not your main focus, but you're really kind of connecting with the higher self and coming into your confidence. The lotus here on the crown chakra is also very symbolic of your crown chakra opening up, receiving your spiritual messages, being very connected, being very guided. I also feel too here, like the way that she's dressed, it's kind of like very much, it looks like a dancer's, like somebody who dances even, or something that's very flowy and something that's not gonna be constrictive. So I feel like you're coming into a flow, or you're feeling lighter. You're feeling like you're able to move forward with your plans much easier. You're receiving your guidance of what steps to take, and you're finding it easier to take those steps. You're coming into a cosmic and universal flow, and that's a beautiful thing, my dears. Okay, like I said, be sure to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks they may resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading you can schedule through Calendly. Those of you who want to know more about what's going on with the planetary alignments in May, and the retrogrades, and how things are going to be affecting you, I'm not an astrologer, so whatever I'm able to provide you is very, very basic knowledge. But there is an astrologer that really impressed me that's offering my viewers 30% off their already very reasonably priced astrology reports. And so they're sponsoring the channel by offering you guys that very generous discount. So if you want to check out the website and see if it feels good to you, if it's something you want to do, if you want to get an astrology breakdown from them, you can absolutely go to Truly Divine and put in the Angel 30 discount code. If you want an intuitive card reading from me, go ahead and click on the Calendly link. If you love this gorgeous deck here, this beautiful limited edition deck, I'm going to be choosing 2 winners from my Instagram and Facebook page in the month of May. One person is going to win the deck along with a tarot bag and an altar cloth, all designed by the artist that made this deck. And one person is going to win a free 30-minute reading from me. I'm going to pick the person from the comments. So all you have to do is comment on the card of the day or the pick a card posts that I have posted, that I post every single day. And whoever jumps out at me, I'm going to pick 2 people. One person will get a reading, one person will get the cards. I will let you know when that is chosen and when the winner is announced. So I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Wishing you a fabulous week, my dears. Take care.